You start doing it. Say whatever you know you would. You go to your job and say you gotta change this, you gotta do this, do this. You ain't working, you ain't looking right, you ain't this, that, or third. Change, you change up just like that for that money. Oh yes, master, yes, master. Say, look not every man on his own thing, but every man also on the things of others. So a lot of you say, oh, we supposed to be feeding the poor. Heard that. We supposed to be feeding the poor. Mashiach Shai said, you've done it to the least of them, my brethren, you've done it unto me. And believe me, anything you do, longevity is going to pay off. If you're sincere about what you're doing. You say, well, you've done it to the least of them, my brother, and you've done it unto me. That's looking on the things of others. And you look at the people, you say, okay, well, this can make you better. But if you can't accept what will make you better, then you're going to remain in the congregation of the dead. Walk around in a dead state. Listen, let this mind be in you, which was also in Mashiach Yahushua. This is mine. This is the mindset he had. Who being in the form of the Most High, meaning thought it not robbery to be equal with the Most High. So he didn't think of robbery, meaning he was the son of the Most High, but made himself of no reputation. See? He didn't make himself no reputation. It wasn't about him. That's why he healed people. He did more miracles than the books of the world could contain, and he said, don't tell nobody I did it. You feel me? He didn't make himself no reputation. A lot of you looking to get a reputation here in hell. For vain glory. It's worthless. Your glory that you get is worthless. That's what he's telling you. It's worthless. He didn't make himself no reputation. He took upon him the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself. We just read, how did he say he was? Bold, austere, stern, hardcore. But what did he do? Now, don't take away from the fact of this. But made himself of no reputation and took upon him the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of men, and being found in fashion of a man, as a man, he humbled himself. That's contrary to being prideful. And became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. See? He was obedient to the law and statutes and commandments of the Most High. That's what he done. And that's how we ought to be. You want to be Mashiach. And see, this is contrary to how the Pharisees were. See, they was about themselves. And a lot of you about yourself. You ain't about the others. You ain't about others. Or you about those that are around you. Oh yeah, we gotta make sure we deal with everything we get. We gotta make sure we take care of everybody, and everybody out there needs the help. Mashiach Shai said, hey, you have the poor always, and we have the poor right now with us. Now, they here. Let's look at that. Go to Matthew 25 and 31. Because a lot of you, you're looking at the kingdom of heaven. He's coming. Mashiach Shai gonna make his second coming. And all the aspects of him, you see how he was. He didn't make himself no reputation. He would heal people, say, don't tell nobody I've done it. But you know, people being healed, they went out there and did just what he told them not to do. Look, Matthew 25, 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, 200 million angels, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them, not integrate them as people are integrated today, all nations integrated today. He gonna separate all the nations, one from another, as a shepherd divided the sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. So who is that? Because we're going to put the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. So it was a kingdom that was prepared, but someone from the foundations of the world. Let's find out who it is. Go to 2 Ezra 7, and we'll read verse 10. And I said, it is so, Most High. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. So it's dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel. Because for their sakes I made the world. You see? For their sakes I made the world. That's all I need. Because he made the world for our sakes. And when you look at in the last verse of 2 Ezra, the 6th chapter, verse 59, it says, if the world now be made for our sakes, talking about the children of Israel's sake, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? So, that question is answered when it says, hey, Matthew 25:31, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. That's when it's going to end. And that's when his kingdom's going to come down, and that's when the Mashiach Yahushua going to sit on his throne, and kingdom of heaven going to come to be. The Israelites going to be set up. That's what they asked him in Acts the 1st chapter, the 6th verse. Will he restore? When is he going to restore the kingdom to Israel? Because it's coming back to the Israelites. It says, and before him shall be gathered all nations. He shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. So he made the whole world for Israel's sake, it just said. That's those on the right hand, who are the sheep. For I was in hungry, listen at this closely, I was in hungry, and you gave me meat, you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink, you gave me some drink, gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in, gave me a place to stay. Naked, and you clothed me, gave me some clothes to put on my back. I was sick, and you visited me. I was sick, and you came to see about me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Visit them in prison. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Mashiach Yahushua, when saw we thee at hunger, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in? When did we see you a stranger, and took you into our house? Or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? When did this happen? Listen, and the king shall answer and say to them, verily, truly I say to you, in so much as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren. Hear that? Those that are such a low estate that you think that you're so much like the Pharisee thought he was so much better than the publican, the sinner, who was so humble he wouldn't even lift up his head to heaven. Asked the Most High to have mercy on him, a sinner. You see? But you so holy and down, it says, hey, this is what Mashiach Yahushua said. In verse 40, and the king shall answer and say to them, verily I say to you, insomuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, my people, children of Israel, ye have done it unto me. See? He makes it clear here, my brethren. Hebrews 7:14 says, for it is evident, it's a fact, that our power, Mashiach Yahushua, who's speaking here, sprang out of Judah, Jacob's fourth-born son, came out of the tribe of Judah. That's his brother, the children of Israel. Ye have done it unto me. So as many as we can do of our people, the children of Israel, you're doing it unto a Mashiach Yahushua. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Those are on the left side who are the goats. Look who the goats are. Gives a clear indication. I mean, because people be saying, oh, he didn't never come against the Edomites. Look, who the goats? Who are the goats? Who are the goats? Daniel 8:21. Daniel 8 and 21. And the rough goat means that the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. And the rough goat is the king of Greece, who are the Greeks. And the great horn of power that is between his eyes is the first king, who is Alexander the Greek. That's what he's prophesying about here. King of Greece, talking about the Greeks. Alexander the Greek. The rough goat. So we can put the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. Understand this and overstand this fact. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. It says, for in the Apocrypha on page 20, it says, for Esau is the end of the world. Esau represents biblical name for the forefather of the Caucasian people, who are the Greeks. The first empire was we just read about in Daniel 8:21. The rough goat is the king of Greece, who was Alexander the Greek, who came into power, taking down the Persian and Mede Empire. That's when the Caucasian first empire came into power under Alexander the Greek. The goat, come on, the goat head, come on, that's the 5-point star. You turn it upside down. Now they just turn it right upside down. You got the 2 horns, the floppy ear, and the goat teeth. That's their symbol, been their symbol. They're the goat. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Esau is the forefather of the Edomites, or the Caucasian race, and Jacob, the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, is the beginning of it that followed. Just telling you know, they will be ruling in the end of the world. And Jacob, who was the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, our forefather, we got next. Forever and ever and ever. Regardless of how you want to look at it. Going back to Matthew 25 and 41. Remember we said the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. Look at Jeremiah 50 and 6. He said, my people have been lost sheep. See? My people have been lost sheep. So who are these sheep? Verse 17. Jeremiah 50:17. Israel is a scattered sheep. See? So Israel is the sheep. Mashiach Yahushua said out of his own mouth. Matthew 15:24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. There it is. Who live in a house? Family. You see, house of Israel, I mean the whole family, the 12 tribes of Israel. We are family. He said he was sent, but only, that means only unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's what blood was shed for. You read Acts 5:30 and 31 to prove that. So now he says in Matthew 25:41, then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, who are the goats, who have been Edomanized, who believe in this system of things totally and contrary to the word of the Most High, contrary to the Most High, period. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and ye gave me no meat. This all you that don't want to help nobody. Don't say you ain't supposed to help the poor of our people. And you see our people being helped. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. You won't give them no drink. I was a stranger, and you took me not in. Naked, and you clothed me not. Sick, and you in prison, and you visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Messiah, when saw we ye thee and hungry, or thirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, listen, verily, truly I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one, say one, of the least of these, ye did it not to me. That's the poor, y'all. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. So it depends on what you want. You either want life or death. He's laying it out for you. No matter what you want. Go to Matthew the 12th chapter. Let's start at verse 1. Matthew 12 and 1. We're still dealing with these Pharisees. It says, at that time, Messiah went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were hungry, and began to pluck the ears of corn and to eat. So they was hungry. It was on the Sabbath day. They went through the corn and got the corn off the vine, off the corn stalk, and started to eat the corn. But when the Pharisees, who the topic is about, saw it, they said unto him, behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day. Being critical, being technical on the Sabbath day. But he said unto them, have you not read what David did when he was an hungry, and they that were with him, how he entered into the house of the Most High, and did eat the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests? You notice one thing? Those that have ears to hear and eyes to see, they keep coming to him with something. Then he come back with them with something. Contrary what they're saying. Because they don't know what to talk about. They making it real, they're making it technical. Real technical. No mercy, no grace. This is not something that they did every Sabbath. They didn't do this. They was hungry. And this is what they did. Let's look if we can get this story. Go to 1 Samuel, the 21st chapter. Start at verse 1. It said, then came David to Nob to Ahimelech the priest, and Ahimelech was afraid at the meeting of David. he was afraid of David coming to see him, and said unto him, Why art thou alone, and no man with thee? And David said unto Ahimelech,